Marathon Factions and Runners Explained. Factions that have unique AI that guide you through priority contract story missions. These megacorporations each have their own agenda, and runners have unique powers at their disposal to get the jobs done. Today we will explain how these factions work, the backstory behind them briefly, and a breakdown of all known runners. So as we learn more about Marathon, see some of the reveals and gameplay from across the community, the specific factions that you can do missions for have interested me. One, for the story elements because we've seen a ton of it with the ARG stuff so far, and two, the AI characters that are attached to them. I'm not sure how in-depth story is currently, but from what I've heard, there's these sort of main missions and quests you do, and then you can read a lot of the story afterwards. Don't quote me 100% on that though. But as a runner player, you are a gun for hire. You go to this alien planet to collect loot and discover secrets. While you get to find these for yourself, you are employed by various factions. You can choose which ones to do missions for. There are 6 known factions, and some creators got to take a sneak peek at their missions and goals through testing. The 6 factions are CyberAcme, New Caloric, Traxxas, Mida, Arachne, and Sakaguchi Genetics. Priority contracts are one thing that they offer, and these are basically the story missions. So you pick a faction you want to complete a mission for, and it'll show you the contracts. You'll probably get some text on screen in the menu, go into the game, complete the objectives you need to. Maybe you'll get some in-game dialogue, I'm not sure how that works. But upon completion, you'll get reputation for these, and can unlock new items and upgrades for your runner. I'm interested to see how the AI of these companies interact, and how much story the priority contracts will have. Bungie has set up some great lore with the ARGs so far, so please keep that energy up and don't let it be all for nothing. New Caloric has been seen everywhere. They create food items and agriculture, among other things. Sakaguchi designs products like runner shells and even the robot cat you've seen. And we actually have a few descriptions in-game of Traxxas and CyberAcme. Here's what those say. CyberAcme is a digital backbone of modern life, an industry leader in AI functionality. We've seamlessly integrated Oni into each shell for life support and neural sync, letting runners focus on what's important, profit. CyberAcme, your new best friend. I believe Oni is the specific AI for CyberAcme, and as they say, it's integrated with the runner, possibly giving you some support and maybe guidance as you complete missions. Traxxas has Vulcan. Traxxas Off-World Industries stands at the forefront of innovation across all major industrial categories. Our non-corporate temporary assets gain access to diverse assignments and competitive compensation. Current asset classification compliant. All of these factions at the bottom say earn reputation and increase rank with the factions by completing runs, securing profit opportunities, and exfiltrating. Ranking up unlocks additional CyberAcme rewards and upgrades. So these factions have tons of lore, kind of reminds me of the Destiny factions with their own different agendas and goals. Way more sci-fi though with all these AIs and big industries. Let's now talk about runners. Each runner has a prime ability, tactical ability, and 2 traits. Additionally, you can customize further in your inventory with weapons, equipment, cores, and implants. Let's talk about each runner's unique abilities though. Locus's prime ability is Search and Destroy. Activate your shoulder-mounted missile pods, dealing sustained damage to targets launches homing missiles, immobilizing and dealing damage upon impact. These mounted missiles will actually release when you fire your weapon, they aren't on their own. Locus's tactical ability is Riot Barricade. Activate an energy barricade that blocks incoming damage, draining tactical ability energy over time. Taking damage also drains additional energy. Trait 1 is called Thruster. Activate while airborne to fire boosters that thrust you in the direction you are moving. So that kind of reminds me of the thrusters from Halo 5. And the second trait is Tactical Sprint. Like other games, you can double press the sprint button to move faster at the cost of generating additional heat. Next up, we have Void. The prime ability for Void is called Smokescreen. Throw a smoke disc that emits a line of smoke fields in front of you, disrupting the optics of those who step inside. Void's tactical is Active Camo. Activate your shell's camouflage systems, pulling a shroud of invisibility over yourself. Their first trait is Shadow Dive. Activate while airborne to slam a smoke disc into the ground, deploying a smoke field. Sounds kind of familiar to some of you hunters out there. And the second trait is Shroud. Your shell automatically activates camouflage systems when entering any smoke field, making you invisible. Invisibility persists for a short time after leaving the smoke field. Next up, we have Blackbird, whose prime ability is Echo Pulse. Activate your shell's advanced detection systems, releasing a series of sonar pulses that reveal the location of nearby hostiles. The tactical is Tracker Drone. Deploy a mechanized microbot that tracks down nearby hostiles and explodes, overheating any targets caught in the blast. The first trait is Interrogation. When pinged by a hostile runner, you automatically receive a warning in your shell's HUD. Performing a finisher on a runner pings their crew. There's some aspects there from some Apex Legends characters. And trait 2 is Stalker Protocol. After breaking a combatant's shields, they leave behind a lingering holographic trail for a short time. I think this one's kind of cool and unique, so you'll have players, get damaged and run away, but you'll be able to find out where they went. And lastly, we come to Glitch, whose prime ability is Amplify. Overcharge your movement systems, reducing the heat buildup of movement abilities. Increases movement speed and weapon dexterity. The tactical ability is Disruptor. If you press it, you can transform your arm into a cannon and fire a high-powered projectile that deals damage and pushes targets away. If you hold down the input instead of just pressing it, you'll overcharge that arm cannon, increasing the size and damage of the blast. Trait 1 is Microjets. You can activate this in air to perform another jump at the cost of generating heat. And trait 2 is Power Slide. Grants a supercharged slide that generates heat as well. Next to that, there's 2 other runners that'll be in the game when it launches in September. We know Thief is one for sure, who likely will have abilities pertaining to stealing loot somehow. Beyond that, we aren't sure what the 6th and final runner is. So for me, some of these abilities seem interesting. I personally want to try out Void. I like the invisibility aspect and sneaking around corners. But as others have kind of brought up, I hope these abilities overall are interesting. Some of these I feel like we've seen in other games, but it may be completely different with Marathon's maps, playstyle, and objectives, so I guess we'll see. But anyway, that's all we got for today's video. A quick recap of the factions you'll be able to fight for when the game launches, and also the runners and shells, whose abilities will help you drop into Tau Ceti 4, get some loot, and hopefully extract. If you'd like to see some more Marathon news, lore, and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.